Hi, it's Scott Hamilton, Rockfile, back with another podcast review, this time of the brand new Netflix series, Blood of Zeus. It was originally going to be called Gods and Heroes. Either way, it kind of fits. It appears two brothers created this show, and they're calling it an anime series. But I couldn't find any Japanese. Anime is the Japanese word for animation, and that's what we call Japanese animation as a genre. It's anime. Netflix has called this anime, but I don't think there's anything, it was made in America. The Powerhouse Animation Studios, who made it, fronted by people who have done all sorts of Batman and things like that, and they had done before Netflix, Castlevania. So if you like that art style, you're really going to like it. Had no idea, really. It debuted a couple days ago on Netflix. My roommate put it on and said, let's check it out. And we watched all 8 episodes. You've got a great voice cast with Jason O'Mara and Claudia Christian, people like that. Jessica Henwick. And it's basically a retelling of Greek mythology. Heron, the demigod son of Zeus, trying to save heaven and earth, and the war that goes on, and the soap opera as it is. It's been a long time since I, studied Greek mythology. But growing up, Greek mythology was my favorite of all the things we delved into early on and later on in college. I just like the mythology of it. It was always a giant soap opera. If you read the stories and such, somebody's always doing something behind their back, and they're working with somebody else and humans, and there's just a lot of drama, and that usually does translate into pretty good movies as they've made different, Perseus type movies and Hercules and so on and so forth over the decades. So this is an anime style show. It's not really anime, but it is animated, and you've got a really cool voice cast, and it looks good. It looks really good in 4K HDR. And it was very entertaining from episode to episode. In the beginning, there was a couple of plotting things they did on purpose to make it more mysterious when they didn't really have to. Like, we're going to hint at this, but we're real quickly going to explain it. It would have worked better if you'd hinted at something and then several episodes later explained it, not a few minutes later. That just becomes a little redundant and pointless, but other than that, that's my really only complaint I have about the show. It's highly entertaining. The episodes run from about 25 minutes. I think the last one was closer to 37, but that's with credits and everything. And the intro is a little long. They changed the font on Blood of Zeus at the beginning of every episode. And it takes like a minute and a half to do that. I don't anyway. Other than that, it's very artistic. The story is good. It's engaging. Finding out all the ins and outs and who's who and what. They introduce a lot of characters early on, but at the end of the 8 episodes, it was an experience. It's like, okay, well, if they make a second season, I'd be into it, with the survivors of who survived and how things kind of wound up. But if you're looking for something along the lines of this and you don't mind an animated television series, it's under 4 hours to watch, so you can binge through it pretty quickly. Blood of Zeus, if you're in the mood for this kind of thing, it's currently streaming on Netflix. It's from Powerhouse Animation Studios. If you like the art style of Castlevania, you won't have a problem with Blood of Zeus. And by the way, there's a rating at the beginning of it, the mature for blood, gore, and nudity. When they finally get to the nudity, it's monster nudity, so it's not... But it is pretty gory. Some limbs get severed. There is quite a bit of blood. I mean, it's all animated, but if, again, you're going to pull this out for the kids, know that it is rated R. Language, not so bad. It's Greek mythology, so they don't talk in modern terms. And other than that, there wasn't too much content other than it was pretty violent and pretty deep story. So check it out on Netflix. Originally Gods and Heroes, now Blood of Zeus. Maybe it'll get a second season. It was pretty entertaining. I'm Scott Hamilton. I'm Rockfile. Check out my link, therockfile.com. That's my website that collects the links to all of my projects. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. And thank you for listening.